Welcome to BearingPoint's ABS Expert Talk, where we turn complexity into clarity and strategy into funding. If you are in corporate treasury or a CFO, this is exactly the place to be. Implementation is the name of the game. So how can it be organized, easy, and hassle-free? That's our topic of the talk today. Now, let's assume for a second a lot of work has already been done. Feasibility study is concluded, results are positive, there is a clear case that a transaction is beneficial for the company. You might even have already signed the mandate letter with your bank and your advisor, your service provider. But what is happening next? How does the project kick off? How does it start?
So setting up a transaction must always be seen as a project within the company, right? So there are a lot of parties involved in such a securitization transaction which needs orchestration. So there are external parties involved, like the arranging bank, like lawyers, like rating agencies, like backup servicing, like SPV companies, management companies, and potential auditors, right? And in addition to that, you do not only need to struggle or handle the external parties, you also need to orchestrate the internal departments because you want something from them, right? So for sure, it's the Treasury department, including the accounting, because this ABS transaction always has an effect as well on your balance book and on your balance sheet. There will be your internal legal department involved who needs to decide, let's say, what's the legal framework for moving forward. You need to integrate foreign subsidiaries if you're setting up a transaction for the whole group, for Italy, France, or other, let's say, foreign countries which you would like to do securitization with. And last but not least, for sure, your management, right? Because if you don't convince them, there will be probably no ABS transaction. So it's crucial to install an adequate project structure early in the process. And BearingPoint helps here in either way. So we can help in the early stages of the transaction while taking over single project streams such as IT coordination, data requirements definition, or operational processes. But we could also take over the role as a general project manager and coordinate, let's say, the different streams within such a project.
And it wouldn't be a surprise to me if you had a good example for us to illustrate that.
I'm happy to. So as we have an experience with over 100 transactions, this helps to know what stakeholders expect. And we also know what tasks and questions they typically ask and are requesting from you. So let's take a closer look at one of our clients where I would like to separate this in between. Before mandating the banking partner, we evaluated the availability of the data requirements and information in order to fulfill the requirements of the stakeholders. We identified gaps at an early stage and developed solutions together with the customer to how to help to potentially close this gap. Yeah. So the customer was very well prepared to discuss that kind of information together with the banking partners. And then after mandating the banking partner, so after, let's say, the funding partner has been selected, we took over the IT stream of that project in order to implement our ABS service, so that the go-to-market was done in time and in budget.
So my conclusion of this is we are able to deliver a full service package to the client and reduce considerably the impact, or let's say the resources needed on his side. So that means talk to us, please. Get in touch with us. We know what it takes. We can advise you early on in your requirements, in the steps to be taken. and we provide you with blueprints and templates to kickstart your project. So again, if you're still unsure about your ability to meet the DIDA requirements, or let's say the requirements of a securitization in general, book a free consultation. Have an initial discussion with us to get an impression. We are happy to pick up the phone and discuss the topic with you. Thanks for listening. We hope you find the insights valuable, and let's move on to the next chapter.